Hey everybody, welcome back. David Eon here, and we are open by chance. And what I'm opening up with for you here today, a bit of a treat, I think. The original Mattel Space 1999 9-inch action figures. These were produced in 1975 by Mattel for Gerry Anderson Productions. Gerry Anderson, of course, was the creator of Space 1999. And for those of you who are not familiar with Gerry Anderson, you're missing something. He is also the creator of Super Marionation. And if you're not familiar with that, probably the easiest thing to say would be Thunderbirds. Gerry Anderson created Thunderbirds. It was originally a Super Marionation, or a highly articulated marionette puppet show. One of many produced by Gerry Anderson in England over the years. And Mattel only made 3 figures for this show. Space 1999, which aired September 4th, 1975. It's quite a while ago. September 4th, 1975. And here I've got the box set. I do have the complete anniversary box set. It was only 2 seasons. It was only 2 seasons, but in my opinion, one of the best sci-fi action shows ever made. Especially considering that there was no such thing as CGI. So it was all models, but Gerry Anderson was a master of working with models. Great music, excellent storylines. But Mattel only produced 3 figures for them, and they used the Sunshine Family bodies. Unfortunately, Mattel was really lazy with that, because this isn't the first time you're going to see this body mold. If you look at the hands there, you can tell these are the Sunshine Family torsos. Sunshine Family from 1973, I think, is when Mattel was making Sunshine Family dolls. And they used the same torsos for the Welcome Back Kotter figures as well. And the same packaging, actually, even. Which is extremely flimsy. It's very, very difficult to find these in this kind of condition. And I'll take Commander Koenig here, Martin Landau, and just turn it and show you. This is like cereal box cardboard. It's super thin. Let's take a look at the back since I got it up. And you can see they just show you the 3 basic characters that were produced. Professor Bergman, who of course was Barry Morse. Dr. Russell, who was Barbara Bain. And Commander Koenig, who was Martin Landau. And Professor Bergman was only on the first season. 2 seasons, but he was only on the first season, and then that's when they introduced Maya. If you remember Maya, she was the lady who turned into animals. Catherine Schell, if I remember correctly, played Maya. And when she came on the show, he just kind of disappeared and they never explained it. Bergman just disappeared. Poor Bergman. There's Professor Bergman right there. Actually, the head molds are not bad likenesses at all. They're really not. Just that, like I said, they copied the Sunshine Family bodies to be economical, I suppose. They're 9 inches tall, except for Barbara Bain's character here, Dr. Russell, who is a little shorter because, of course, that's a female Sunshine Family body. But the regular male bodies are 9 inches tall. Space 1999 was, if I remember correctly, Gerry Anderson's second live action show. The first one was UFO. You think it's UFO. If you're familiar with the show, 1970, 1 season, it was called UFO, but on the show, they pronounced it UFO. Very bizarre show, but worth watching. As you can see, these are unpunched. Difficult to find these unpunched. Difficult to find these with cards that aren't just all torn to pieces. Welcome Back Kotter as well. Welcome Back Kotter figures are hard to find on decent cards, and also without a clearance sticker. Especially on Welcome Back Kotter, I often see giant sized, like 4-inch tall red marker stickers was now pricing, and they're a nightmare to get off. I like the way they did the artwork on these cards. This is back in the day when they used to do artwork on cards, and there's no discoloration on this one. That's just shadowing from the lamp. You see, it's going through the plastic and creating a weird shadow. It makes it look like it's really dirty or something, but it's not. It's actually very nice and clear. But there's sort of a dynamic thing going on with the artwork on the front of these cards. And they just reshuffled the characters so that the character that the card depicts matches the figure that's inside. But a nice little action thing going on there. It's not badly drawn. Basic comic book art, it looks like. But I like the way they reshuffled it. It says, exciting TV characters from Moonbase Alpha. Moonbase Alpha, premise being that in the future, in 1999, that the Earth was using the moon as a garbage dump, basically. And there was an explosion. And the explosion was so severe that it pushed the moon out of orbit. And the moon's speed continued to accelerate as it moved further and further away from the Earth. And it's the adventures of the crew of the base basically trapped there. They can't get away from the moon. They're stuck. And they encounter other life forms. I mean, most of these guys are engineers, and there's very few actual military personnel outside of Commander Koenig. And so they encounter aliens and all sorts of other things. It's an interesting show, interesting premise. The belts on these, you see there's like everybody's got a utility belt, and there's a communicator and a weapon on the belt. Standard issue kind of a pistol here, and his is kind of forward. I'll turn it so you can get a good look at his gun, or try to, under his hand there. I often have seen these belts split open, inside sealed packages, just kind of hanging in the package on the figure because of how flimsy the construction was. I'm going to turn one of these around again. I'll show you what it says here. It says action figure stands 9 inches tall. They can sit, stand, and they're posable. They wear Space 1999 uniform with stun gun and holster. That's bad syntax. They wear a Space 1999 uniform, maybe, with stun gun and holster. And if you saw the show, it's not a stun gun. It can stun, but it's got very high settings. It can kill, just like the Star Trek phasers. Plus communicator computer, which clips to the belt. And there's some early concepts in this as well, because that communicator, on the top of the communicator in the show, there's nothing there because it's just a gray piece of plastic. But on the top of the communicator, you could see the person's face, which was unique for the time period. Back in 1999, or when the year 2000 was coming up, Jerry Anderson was approached to release the rights to the show so that in 1999 there could be a Space 1999 film, and he refused. He refused to do it. He didn't want his intellectual properties screwed around with too much. He didn't trust them. I don't blame him. Especially after the James Bond Moonraker fiasco, because Jerry Anderson worked on the special effects for Moonraker with Roger Moore, and he got screwed. I don't even think they gave him credit for it, and there was all kinds of lawsuits. And he was like, I don't want to work with Hollywood again. Price tags. Someone tried to remove this price tag. And it says Caldors. I can make out that it says Caldors. Remember Caldors? They were kind of like Kmart. They're bankrupt. They're gone now. But you can't see the price anymore. But when it's a small price tag like that, I don't mind. I don't mind it at all because it's kind of nostalgic to me. And it tells you something about the history of the figure and of the time period. And if you look at the top of this one has a fully intact price tag. Try to get it properly into focus there. $1.99 from where? From Family Dollar. I bet you didn't know Family Dollar's been around that long. 1975. $1.99 somebody paid for these. I wish I could have gotten them for $1.99. These are some of my favorites. Mattel did also make an Eagle transporter. You see the ship in the background there? That's one of the ships from the show. An Eagle transporter playset with 3 little figures that are like 2 inches tall. And that's a very, very hard playset to get. There's a better image of it on this one. Right there. It's a very hard playset to get. And I always wanted that. I had a kid. When I was a kid, we had the Secret Santa when I was in like the 1st grade. And there was a kid who was in the 5th grade who lived up the street from me. And he drew my name in the Secret Santa. And he had the Eagle 1 Mattel playset. Loose, of course. And he said, yeah, I don't want it. I'll give it to you. That'll be your present from Secret Santa. And I was like, oh, wow. You know, because I used to watch this show. I loved this show even as a kid. He never gave it to me. Bastard. He never gave it to me. I got screwed. Anyways, what do you think? What do you think of our Space 1999 9-inch 1975 action figure set? It's actually, as I pointed out, very difficult to find these on halfway decent cards. You can find them loose all day, on the cards occasionally, and usually the cards are in really rough shape. Bent up and crushed up and bad sticker damage. I mean, there's a little bit, like Professor Bergman has a ding in his blister right there. But overall, the condition on these is really good considering what they are. What do you think? Let me know what you think about these in the comment section down below. Do you have these figures? Is this a set that you would be interested in if you came across it? Do you know anything about Space 1999 or any of Jerry Anderson's other productions? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. I hope you did. Share it if you can, subscribe if you're new, and check out some of our other videos. You may find something you like. I hope you do. So hey, thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon.